Larry Craig, let's have some fun. Gay sex among Republicans is always fun. You know how the Republican leaders were like, we're going to get tough on Larry Craig. Take away his committees. We're going to take away his earmarks. You want a museum in Idaho? No more. You want something else to go to Idaho? You're done, okay? And what happened? Totally changed their minds. Like, yeah, looks like he's not going away. Our threats didn't work. He called our bluff. So forget it. We're going to give his earmarks back. We can't help ourselves. The Democrats are spending too much on S-chip, children's health. Who gives a fuck, right? Now, but Larry Craig, our Republican, is back, and he wants all this pork money to go back to Idaho. Well, we got to give it to him now. We bluffed it and threatened it, but now that he wants it, okay, here, roll it up his chute, and off he goes.
Well, that's because, he's a Republican, too. He knows how it works.
Yeah, of course.
He's like, come on, you guys going to try the game that we all do. We have a meeting about this every week, right?
Right, totally.
I know
totally.
He's
like, you pull that bullshit that you pull on Democrats where they come back and apologize and shit on me? He's like, I don't play that, man. Yeah, I fucked him. I fucked him in the ass. What are you going to do now? I'm coming back. Okay? I went into the bathroom. I tried to pound the guy. I've done it 100 times. You going to get me to apologize? Hell no. Publicly? Yeah, I'm not gay. I've never been gay. Come on, I hate to homie, don't play that. He's like, I'm back and you're going to give me my earmarks because I'm a Republican. And they're right. And he was right. That's what they did.
Go over there and touch it. There was a fire that rose up in them they didn't know how to contain, and everybody knows.
You're considering whether to do more than a censure and whether they should kick him out of the Senate and stuff. I don't think they should. I really don't. I mean, put aside the fun and games and put aside he's a Republican, we're Democrats, all that stuff. Dude, there's no reason why a senator should be kicked out for a misdemeanor. And I don't think there's any reason why a senator should be kicked out for any kind of sexual, indiscretions. If there was a Democrat or a Republican, I don't care. I mean, they tap the feet and want to bang guys in the bathroom. Hey, that's their call, man. It doesn't have anything to do with the Senate. It doesn't have anything to do with how they conduct themselves. Now, we're after Larry Craig because he's a giant hypocrite. We're after him on his policy stances. But as far as whether he should be kicked out of the Senate, I don't think so. Let him be. Let him go. If he wants to be a goofball, he's a goofball. So he's a hypocrite. Now, there's a system for kicking him out of the Senate. It's called his next election. And believe me, in the next election, off he goes. He says he's not going to run again, but you never know. He's a Republican. He might just go over the top and be like, you know what? Stoked up. I'm staying. I'm running again. No apologies. And finally, on Larry Craig, he's put together a constitutional argument in his actual court case. Remember where he pled guilty and then he said, okay, I'm going to take that plea back. You know what his new argument is? I got a constitutional right to suck dick. And to offer to suck dick. He says it's a First Amendment right. Now, he says, I didn't offer that. But if I were to have offered that, I got a constitutional right. It's freedom of speech, First Amendment. Notice when the Republicans are in trouble, all of a sudden they just wrap onto the Bill of Rights and hang on for dear life. Oh, yeah, First Amendment, Fourth Amendment, Fifth Amendment, Eighth Amendment, I love you guys. When other people are in trouble, fuck them, they don't need, but if they're not guilty, what do they need a Bill of Rights for? Habeas corpus or First Amendment, get the fuck out of here. Right? It's one of them. Oh, rights, give me rights. You know who he's working with now in this case? ACLU. What happened? I thought you hated the ACLU. All of a sudden you're in trouble, and you're hanging on to the ACLU, their leg like Van Gundy.